guys, welcome back to another retro reaction video. I hope you guys are ready for this one. I was just going through her channel and I was seeing some of the other content she's got from about like 5-6 months ago, so I chose this one at random. This one's called Arabic Meal, Meat Tikka Falafel, Dolma, Bread and Hummus, Chatty Mukbang. Whatever. I thought let's just watch something fun and light and see what she's got to say in this one, because I haven't seen this one since she posted it, so I don't even remember what it's about. So let's watch it. Join me.
Well, hello guys, hello. Sorry if my camera placement is not perfect. Whatever. So today I have this is a new flavor. Zero sugar tropical passion fruit and mango, and it is so good and refreshing. And they gave me a whole thing of bread for this. I have Arabic food. I'm sorry some of you prefer Western food, but I don't live in the white bread world anymore, people. 2 should be enough. And if it's not, well, I'll huff and I'll puff. So this is from Salah's dinner. He told me to take a few. So I just took a few falafel.
I think she just compared herself to the big bad wolf. She said if it's not enough, she's going to huff and puff. Even in your own story, you're the villain.
And an arrayas, and he doesn't eat the grilled peppers. So they're all mine. I have some. I'm gonna put the bread under here.
My God, you can't even fit the food in the
Some
frame.
inab, stuffed dolma grape.
Seriously, you can't even fit the food in the frame on the tray. That's wild. Now look at Boxed Mountain is coming back.
Please, yes please, all days of the week. Put this here. Presentation, people. Okay. Yes, there we go. And okay, and you're gonna get it. Meat hamsa. I hope it's
I don't think she likes it.
beef, but I don't know about that. Anyway, it looks good. It has tomatoes.
That looks disgusting. Just so gross. I don't know what the hell that is. And no offense to whoever made that, but woof, that looks like my nightmare. I don't like eating things I can't identify what it is by like the way it looks, you know? Like if you just slap a bunch of like sauce, I don't even know what this is, but and then just put a bunch of stuff in it, I don't know what it is, and you're just gonna serve it to me? Yeah, I don't think so.
Meat chunks. It's tikka. It's basically tikka hamsa, yeah. So, all right. Anyway, let's get into it. Bismillah. Let's have a falafel. Pepper.
Oh my God, just manic.
A bite of arrayas. Arrayas has minced meat in the middle. What do you want? Grape leaves.
How much do you want to bet she's gonna say she was starving, or this is the first time she's eaten today, or something like that?
Cucumber.
Take a breath.
So I have some things I want to talk about today.
Oh, good.
I want to address my previous video. Oh, I bit my cheek. I want to address my previous video one last time. Maybe that's a sign not to. No, if I bit my tongue, then I would take it as a sign, but this was my cheek. About the content thieving, haters, whatever you want to call it. Although at this point, these people, I don't think they're haters, because I think they're fans at this point.
I think I can honestly say with my whole heart and soul that I am not a fan of Chantal's.
They're my biggest fans.
Hard disagree.
Those are hot peppers. Woo. In particular, the reception from the video. Now, first I want to start by saying I feel like an ASS because I was getting so many DMs from you guys. By the way, if you guys want to say something to me, I can't guarantee when I'll get back to you guys, but you can do it somewhere here. I'm going to try to start checking more often.
I just wonder who the hell is messaging Foodie on TikTok? Why would you feel the need to message her is the question.
So this is tomatoes, peppers, spices, chunks of meat.
and lemon. That's, yeah, okay. Lemon.
It tastes lamby. It might be lamb. Let's try.
Dig in there, big girl. Look at that grease. Holy crap.
Mmm. Very tender.
She
But that is lamb. Yep.
She doesn't like the taste. You could tell by the way she's just shoveling food in right after.
Yeah. I don't like lamb.
Yeah.
I thought it was beef.
Imagine you, I don't like lamb. So you go back and take another bite. You just had to be sure a second time that you didn't like it? Look at her nostrils, they're flared.
I'll be right back. Salah gave me more Adayas and Kutsia, I think, which is fava beans and hummus. Anyway, so, by the way,
I'm going to try to make a mega box for the cat with those boxes in the background. Did she learn nothing from Box Mountain? Listen, if you weren't here during the Box Mountain era in the villa, you missed out on something incredibly special, because for quite a long time, months and months and months, she was the biggest hoarder in Girl World that we had known about. You should have seen, if you haven't seen pictures or seen videos of Box Mountain, go look for them. It was a sight to behold. It was like the eighth wonder of the world. And she was so lazy. Two able-bodied adults with no excuse whatsoever, aside from pure laziness, refused to break down boxes for what, a year and a half, however long they were there for. And she paid someone $500 to come in and get rid of the boxes. Maybe I should start a new business. It'd probably take me like an hour probably to break down all that stuff alone for $500. That's not bad. But can you just imagine letting your house get to that level? And it's not like she was busy with work or taking care of children or like caring for an elderly parent or anything like that. No responsibilities. It was a time to be alive. It really was. And the fact that she's trying to do it again is just, it's an incredible. It just blows my mind.
Still have to make the mac and cheese.
God.
Because I feel bad because I want to let you know how much I felt ungrateful, but
You are ungrateful.
I look ungrateful.
You are ungrateful.
Because
there's no looking or appearing about it. You are an ungrateful person, and it shines through in everything that you do and say.
I look like I don't appreciate the viewers I have, the fans I have, the views I have, the money I make. That's not my point. My point was not crying about how many views I'm getting. If it was just from people not being interested in my content or anything about me, that would be different. Fine, whatever. That's organic, that's whatever. But this is the comment I want to address because few people are saying very smugly, to be frank, I would not watch your comment. I don't like raw dogging your content. I don't like your content. I go to reaction channels to watch them. Really? Okay.
What's wrong with that? Before I started making like foodie beauty videos, I would never watch her. I never went to her channel. I would watch her through someone else or through a clip channel. I would never, ever, ever watch her. Now that I'm making videos about her, I try to go to her channel if possible, because I link her original videos in my video. And I give her a view. you know, whether or not it's a good thing or whether how anybody feels about that, that's a separate opinion, a separate subject. But it's just, it's wild that she doesn't understand that. People aren't really interested in her. They're more interested in just coming on YouTube and chatting and laughing with people who have like-minded opinions about something that they have in common, which is foodie, right? It's a funny thing to talk about for an hour or two every day, or however much you tune in, you know?
So then tell me why, when reaction channels, these reaction channels, do any other content, like vlogging, whatever they do, and if I'm not in the title, and if I'm not in the tag, and if I'm not in the thumbnail, or I'm not the subject of the stream or the video, they get no views.
I will tell her exactly why, and I'll explain it to my audience. The reason why, I'll take myself for example. If I do a foodie video, it gets usually X amount of views. Some videos do better than others. That's the way it is. If I do, say, like a video game, like a gameplay video, or play this with me, whatever, I get a lot less views. You know why? Because I've established myself more in the foodie beauty community than I have in the Sims community or the Ion community or the Binding of Isaac community. You know what I'm saying? So like, no one knows me in that community because I don't put a lot of content out, whereas I put a lot more foodie beauty content out, and I have a base who watches me for that particular content. I'm lucky a few people who watch foodie beauty are also interested in my other videos, but most people aren't, and that's okay, right? That's fine. I'm fine with that. I have to work towards getting another community for the other videos that I put out. It's not going to happen overnight, you know. She loves to make fun of reaction channels. Like, I know she goes after I think it's FFG. I think she goes after about when she does other content, no one views it. It's because that's not what her main community is there to see. If she spent time and you know, worked at this other type of video, then I'm sure she would get more views over time. It just doesn't happen overnight. Just because someone doesn't get any views on, like when Yaba would do like my 600-pound life streams or whatever, she didn't get as many views because she has a community based on Chantal. It's just common sense. But she loves to use everything and twist it around to make her seem superior. And that's why a lot of people don't like her. It's pretty simple. Why didn't your couple's channel do well? Why didn't your travel vlogs do well? They still aren't doing well, and you abandoned the channel. And that's what that was what her whole preface on going to Kuwait was, to find someone, because she loves to travel and Salah loves to travel. Funny how the last couple times that she traveled, she went to Thailand alone and she went to Canada alone. Why not go places where your husband can come with you? Your husband, you know?
Sometimes. Like, you're not going there to, like, you know, why not go there and just hang out with them then and watch their content if you like them so much?
And there's also another point where she's got a lot of subscribers, whereas other smaller channels don't have anywhere near the amount of subscribers she has. She has a lot more exposure. She's a lot more well-known than, say, Yaba, right? Or FFG. A lot more people know who Chantal is. But usually if you know who Chantal is, you know who FFG is, at least, you know. But maybe there are people who don't really know who FFG is. Who knows? Could be. There could be people out there like that. But yeah, it's just interesting the way it's okay for her channel and her vlogs to not do well. But God forbid anyone in Girl World tries something new and doesn't get the same amount of viewers as they get from her content, then they're a failure. Nobody likes them. It's like, that's not true. They just haven't had the opportunity and the time, energy put into building a new community. It can be done. People are obviously, for whatever purpose, attracted to their personality and the things that they bring to YouTube. So you just have to, it's just a matter of time before you find other people who are into your content. But explaining anything to her is like talking to a potato. It really is.
I want to see their take on what your content is. No, you want to see them make fun of me because there's no take on you eating something. No, that maybe. You can bitch about somebody big eating something bad, or they shouldn't, all day long. But something like, really, if my content is so boring, that means there's nothing going on. So what is there to discuss? What is there to spin on? No, you just go there to see people be hateful. You hate on me because you don't like me.
Actually, I have to say the majority of my comments on my videos from Chantal about Chantal are never really hateful. A lot of people have a good sense of humor, and they're really not as hateful as she thinks they are. I think because she hears so much anti-Chantal noise, because she searches for it online, she just thinks everyone that's not kissing her ass is a hater. And that's not necessarily true, you know? But again, potato.
So don't try to make it something it's not. And my point was, these people don't use my content in a fair use way. Some people do. Do I ever talk about those people? No.
I mean, you talk about me, and I put a lot of words over your words. I probably talk more than she does in my videos. And you called me a cockroach. So yeah, you kind of do. You're kind of a dick, but you know.
Some people have legitimate things to talk about. They don't just play my entire video.
I play her entire video. There's a reason for it. And I when I started her videos, I thought, I wanted to do like a condensed version of her stuff. But then I realized that a lot of people do come to reaction channels and clip channels and things like that, reaction channels in general, to see the whole video because they don't watch Chantal raw, right? So that's why I decided, I know it's going to create longer videos and it's going to be more time consuming, but I know that a lot of people don't like to go to her channel, period. So I wanted a place where if you wanted to watch her content, you could see the whole thing on my channel without having to go to her channel, right? Because you wouldn't go to her channel anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why I decided to do like full length videos rather than like a little tiny clip of like 5 minutes. I'll just recap what happened, you know?
And steal it. There's even one reactor I can't stand, but I'll give him credit where it's due because he doesn't play my entire video. He doesn't even play any of it. He takes screenshots usually and has some kind of thing he talks about. Now, I will say that it's usually petty at this point and really dumb, but it's still not stealing my content.
She's talking about that guy Garlic Bread.
Okay? And if you disagree, I challenge the reaction channels to go out, spend a few hours going out, touching grass, editing, whatever, do a vlog, make it, you have to edit for about at least an hour or two, and then let me take it and review the whole thing. All right? Let's do it.
What would the point? First of all, I do make different videos than just your content. I don't get many views because I just sporadically upload random videos, so I don't really have a chance to make a community over there. But what would that do if I made a vlog, per se, right? Let's just say I made a vlog and gave it to Chantal. Do you think she would like it no matter what kind of vlog it was? Do you think she would say, oh, this is a good vlog, I give you credit? No. She would tear it apart, as she should, because listen, we do tear her apart quite a bit. That would be fair. But what would be the point, you know? She can't zing anybody. Ever.
That's all my point was. It wasn't, oh no, poor me, I only have this many views. It's because I only have this many views because people are stealing my content.
No, they still wouldn't go to your channel regardless. Still wouldn't do it regardless. You can take that creepy look off your face right now, but that still wouldn't go to your channel regardless.
That's it. And they've even admitted to that. A few of them. A couple of them. You know? So, that's it. Now, I want to say, I don't know if this will ever change. I don't know if something can be done about it. What I have to just focus on is those of you who watch me here, who love my content, who send me kind messages like this.
Saw your YouTube video. Are you still going to do lives on here? I thought your live here the other night was really good and positive. Hope you're okay. Just try to ignore other people. I know it's hard, but blah, blah, blah. Hi, beautiful. Oh, God. I really enjoy your videos. And I am an Aries woman just like you, and you remind me a lot of myself. Why do I have a feeling? I have a feeling that Chantal wrote this. I have a feeling she wrote both of these, but especially, particularly this one on the right. Yeah. It's like she made extra spaces to throw people off. She's an Aries woman and she uses like caps, like capital letters in certain words. Yeah, I think this is her. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I have a very paranoid mind though.
Now, I didn't show the name of the person sending them, so I hope they don't mind, but these
because I bet it's her. This is definitely her. I don't have proof, but I feel it in my gut, like my sixth sense, my spidey sense is like tingle, tingle, tingle. You know what I mean?
messages make my day. And they always remind me why I make videos.
Yeah, Chantal, I'll agree. If you would just focus on the people that like your content and not look peripherally around you to the rest of the drama, I guarantee you'd be a lot happier every day, right? Don't you think? If she didn't, but she'll never do it. But it is possible to not search for yourself, like create your video, upload it to YouTube or your live stream, whatever, do what you got to do. And then that's it. You log off. You don't go searching for your stuff, like for your own reaction channels. It's just counterintuitive to being mentally okay. She knows this, but will she ever follow any kind of good sound advice? Fuck no, because she's way too defiant for this world.
Of course, everybody on the platform wants to make money off their own content. Well, certain people want to make it off of mine only. But if you're on YouTube and you're uploading every day, you want to make money. Don't even lie to yourself. Bless you. We have life goals we want to achieve, and focusing on
Name one of your life goals, and you can't say traveling. And you can't say losing weight because we know you don't give a fuck about that. Any life goals? You don't want to buy a house ever because you don't want to be tied down or whatever bullshit excuse you give them that minute. You don't have any desire to have a family, which is fine. No desire to advance in your career. You keep saying you don't give a shit who you drive away as long as you've got your hug box. You don't give a shit. So there's obviously no drive or determination to advance your career, whether it be YouTube or something else. You're not interested in furthering your education. Like, what goals do you have? Like, you don't even like to like do arts and crafts or draw or like color anything. Like, there's nothing. So what are your life goals, Chantal? If you claim to already be married and you have your family, what else are your life goals? I'm honestly curious. If Sarah Lee, if you're in the comment section, please feel free to respond to my question.
Negativity, things I shouldn't be, are getting me nowhere. But I miss sharing a lot of my life with you guys.
Well, you either share it and deal with people talking about it, or you don't and deal with people talking about the fact that you're not sharing it. So it's either one or the other. Pick your lane.
I miss doing vlogs.
So do them. No one's stopping you.
So, even if I have to put in a lot of work.
She loves that. She's good at that.
Only to get my content stolen. And like I said, maybe that will change, maybe not. I think if I do put an effort into my life, into my goals, into my content, and leave the rest up to God, I think, you know, so what, the same old haters from when I was in Canada, they don't want to watch me, fine, but I can build a new audience.
We're still waiting for you to build that new audience. And by the way, Foodie, God has turned his or her back on this situation a long time ago. God doesn't want any part of this mess that you have created around you in the world.
The hater channels always get the same amount of views. Sure, they're more than mine right now, some of them.
What does it matter? If it doesn't matter to you, why even bring that fact up? Yes, some reaction channels get more views than you. The bigger ones do. The smaller ones, we don't. We get tiny little views. I'm happy if I get 1,000 views. I'm happy if I get 100 views. People watching me, that's great. I feel good. I feel like at least someone enjoyed what I did for an hour of my time. Yeah, that's it. You know, why even bring it up? Who cares?
They don't have channels that have the potential to really, they don't really have the personality and the content for that, right? So
Someone might argue that their personality is what makes their channel, right? I watch reaction channels based on their personality. If I start to find someone's getting kind of icky or I don't like the things that are going on around them, I just stop watching and I go watch someone else. You know, I've been watching Pulpy for a very long time. He is my fave. He is a great guy. He seems like a great guy. I don't really know him, but you know, from what I see. And that's it. I go there for him. I don't go there for her. I mean, raise your hand in the comments. I'd love to know if you go to your reaction channels for the reactors. It's not particularly Chantal. You're just going because that's the topic in common. But friendships are forged in this for a lot of people, which is great. Some people are more hands off, you know, they just want to watch their creators and watch the videos and that's it. And that they don't leave comments. I fully understand those people too. But I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, however that term is phrased.
and I'm not tooting my own horn. People must find me to a degree interesting, whether it's train wreck, wise, whatever, for me to be talked about so much.
Again, it's not Chantal. It's I go for the reactors. Once in a while, she can be funny, but it's usually ironically, right? Also, I want to just take a second, and I forget who it was that said, I had a comment in one of my videos that said that they mentioned me with Sansa and Milk Tea in just grouping us in a group. I just want to say that really made my day, and I told my husband about it. I was like, that's such nice company to be in, Sansa and Milk Tea. So whoever the viewer that was that said that, I'm sorry, I forget who it was, but thank you so much. It made my day.
So I will continue to try to improve my content for you guys. A lot of you already really like my vlogs. Behind the scenes, we are planning some travel in the future.
Sure.
When it gets colder.
Uh-huh. It's almost January.
Falafel is filling. It's made with beans, so.
Stop eating so much. You don't have to eat to the point of bust.
I give the meat to Scylla. Oh. I'm gonna save these. They're good, but. So that's all I wanted to say.
I truly believe that she eats to the point of like feeling sickly full almost every day. And And she doesn't know what it's like to be just pleasantly full, just satiated, because she never lets her body rest. She doesn't, like, her body doesn't talk to her correctly. Like, she can't hear what her body's saying to her, like, stop, I'm full. She just constantly shovels it in until the brain catches up to the stomach, you know? She's never known that feeling where you could have a nice light lunch and feel really good. You know, I bet you she's never had that experience in her life.
And I realized, like, trying to do, like, ASMR.
Oh, God, no.
I was like, this is boring.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
People are not watching those ASMR videos for the person doing them. They just like the sounds and everything. They don't even have to show their face.
Do you see that, Chantal? Perfect example. When she tried to do ASMR shit, nobody watched. Nobody wanted to fucking hear that shit, right? Same thing. You didn't give it enough time. She probably could have built up an audience doing ASMR, because there's a lot of people that like that shit on the internet, right? Let's just be fair. I've got a lot of people asking me to do ASMR shit, and I'm just like, no, man, I'm good. But same concept. That's why FFG's videos on whatever didn't get as many views, because you didn't give it enough time. But given time and energy, if you put the same amount of effort as you did into your mukbang channel, I bet you could have gotten a lot more views. You know, maybe not to the extent that she did with mukbangs, but certainly she could have gotten more than just a couple thousand, you know?
Like attention. I like to show my personality. I like to show, you know, myself. So,
because she wants to be worshipped. That's what it comes down to, because she is textbook narcissist. And my psychological girlies out there, my fellow friends who majored in psych like I did, you know what I'm talking about.
I honestly believe that I have a lot of lessons to learn.
Understatement of the century.
And that's why I keep making the same mistakes with certain things.
What's the Urban Dictionary definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. I give you Foodie Beauty.
So, that's what I wanted to say.
Great. Cool.
I'm not talking about that anymore.
Nope, never again.
Or at least I hope. I'm gonna try.
How about there is no try, just do.
But I saw a few comments like that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
So she had to make a video about it because she's got no other content.
You love watching the reactors for them and their personality, but you don't watch their videos that are not about me. All right.
Yeah, because maybe someone who came to my channel to watch me, you know, poke a little bit of fun of Foodie Beauty and have a laugh, doesn't want to watch me playing friggin' The Sims. It's a perfectly logical explanation there, right? Maybe like you going okay, say you have a friend who say you guys like going to the gym together. You have a gym buddy, right? And then all of a sudden they turn around and say, hey, let's go to like a wine and sip, like a paint and sip kind of a party where you paint and you drink and stuff. And you don't drink and you're not interested. It'd be like trying to go to that. You'd be like, no thanks. I'd rather just hang out with you at the gym. It's the same thing, right? It's the same concept. You're not going to watch something that you're not really interested in, right? It's got nothing to do with the person that's making the video. It's the, you know, it's the actual content itself. It does matter.
But we're not vlog channels. No, because you can't be, because you suck and you won't show yourself.
And when you show yourself, what happens? People tear you the fuck apart. So that's why people don't want to show themselves, right? Like that is 100% how it happens. If you're damned if you do, because you will get torn apart. If you're not a supermodel, if you don't look like off the cover of like, you know, Vogue or whatever, if you don't look fantastic in every way, you could be picked apart. And even the people that look great, they still get picked apart. So why bother, right? No one's claiming to be a supermodel that is reacting to Chantal. No one's saying, oh, I look so much better. Maybe they are saying that, but that's their business. It's not just that, but she can never get past that. You know what I'm saying?
And like I've seen, they've tried to do vlogs, one reactor. It sucks.
Yeah. Every first video you do is going to suck. I look at my videos and I'm just like, why would anyone watch my stupid sim shit when they could watch someone who's got 3 million subscribers and doing a really professional job? That's, some people don't want to see like an amateur noob video, and some people do. Some people like the authenticity, but it just depends on the viewer.
And the views show that. So then why don't you watch their vlogs if you're so into their content? They add things to the content.
They do.
Some people, yes. Some people, no. And it's usually the people who are interesting, that have actual talent to do videos, whether it's artistic or whatever. They transform my content. That's the point I was making. You know, because I want to say this very seriously. I am very, very grateful for the channel I have, what I do have now, for the views I do have already, for my audience, for everything. I'm so grateful. So I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. My point was different than that. I'm telling you, gratitude is huge, you know? Anyway.
Is it? Because I don't really ever see you being grateful for anything. Ever. You, right now, in my opinion, if I were Chantal, I would be cleaning my aunt's house from top to bottom, taking her out for lunch, spending time with her, because you know what kind of shit Chantal brings with her, and everyone knows where the aunt lives. And let's all be real for a second. The aunt, yes, she's been in vlogs that Chantal has done. Yes, I understand she has seeped into the community. But really, she's got nothing to do with this. And she has been nice enough and kind enough to open up her home, regardless of what people think about the apartment. She's a single woman doing it on her own, and I'm going to give it to her because that's not easy sometimes, right? But the fact that Chantal is not a grateful person, she should be licking her aunt's toes right now that she's allowing her to stay there when the internet knows where she now is. You know what I'm saying? And there are crazy people out there. Who knows? Maybe they haven't come out of the woodwork. Who knows? But Chantal is nothing close to grateful, in my opinion. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider. Thank you, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Au revoir.